Today we're going to talk about 2D motion.
2D motion, or more specifically projectile motion, is when an object has both vertical and horizontal components.
An example of this would be throwing a football, hitting a baseball, or even jumping off a cliff.
In each of those cases of projectile motion, the object would move in a curved path because it was propelled by an initial force, and then it continues to go because of its own inertia.
One thing to understand is that the x and y components are independent to each other.
This is because while the y component is altered by gravity, the x components of velocity do not change. The dotted line represents a projectile in motion without gravity. As you can see, the horizontal distance of the projectile remains the same even when gravity is taken into account.
We show x and y components of an object with vectors which have both magnitude and direction.
To find the resultant vector, you would put the head of one vector to the tail of another, and then use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for it.
So, to analyze parabolic motion, we analyze the horizontal and vertical motions separately.
To do this, we would find the horizontal component of initial velocity and the vertical component of initial velocity. The horizontal component is equal to the initial velocity times cosine of the launch angle, which is the angle that the initial velocity vector makes with the horizontal. Similarly, the vertical component of the initial velocity is equal to the initial velocity times sine of the launch angle.
That's projectile motion. That's projectile motion. Yeah. So what we want to know is, how long did it take?
For me to throw the ball to Eric. So now we're going to go inside and do some calculations.
Fun stuff.
I don't wanna go back home. I don't wanna be my own. But if you ran away, I'd be beside you all the way. Take me away. Take me away. I'll follow you. Take me away. Take me away. I'll follow you. I don't wanna go back home. I don't wanna be my own. If you ran away, I'd be behind you all the way. I don't wanna see my mom.
Hello. Great. And similarly, the initial velocity
So,
we had the maximum
horizontal
range.
One
Let me
thing,
say that again. The object moves on a curved path, and it's propelled by an initial force and its own inertia. Keeps
One-
it going.
and because of gravity, or even jumping off a cliff. It's not funny stuff. We have to do this all over.
But okay, so in every case,
Can you speak? One thing to understand is that the x and y components are independent.
gravity. Okay.
I agree. So, to analyze parabolic, to analyze parabolic motion, parabolic. Okay. So, to analyze parabolic motion, we analyze. Why did he say analyze twice? He loves.
No, I don't.
So, to analyze parabolic motion, we analyze the horizontal and vertical motions separately.
Why are you so serious?